The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Walmart. New beauty is in bloom at Walmart, and it's all about springtime radiance. From Drybar, Tula Skincare, and hundreds more available online, Walmart has the premium brands you want and this season's on-trend products for flawless, glossy hair and hydrated skin. Big name beauty brands? Check. The things you love? Check. Find trending spring beauty and all you need to look and feel gorgeous at Walmart, on app and online.
Okay. What's that? Just need to start it with bang a sang a ding dong, bang a sang a ding dong, bang a sang a ding dong, we love you. And ow, bang a sang a ding dong, bang a sang a ding dong, loves us too. Well, if we're introducing it like that, I'm Rohan Cook.
And I'm Cecilio Bang Bang Udiono.
And this is It's Just Coffee. And today on the podcast, we have Bangin Sangers. What a guest.
Bang bang.
Oh my God.
We are banging sangers here today.
What intro. What intro.
You know, you've seen him all over your Instagram channels, all over TikTok, reviewing sandwiches and other things, pastries and other bits and bobs.
You're quite the pastry connoisseur.
Oh, yeah. I used to be a baker, so it's...
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also just other, amazing sandwiches going on with Nandos. There's a whole lot that we're going to get into.
We're going to unpack it all
in today's podcast. But thank you for coming down and spending the time. Seeing we're on audio medium here, if you haven't seen Bangin Sangers before, or Ross, can we call you Ross on the show?
Call me Ross, yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we'll call him Banging.
Sorry, Bangs.
Banging, Ross, whatever.
Yeah. If you haven't seen his channel, I'm just going to paint you a little picture now. This is a glorious man. This is a very fit, very handsome man. And he came rockin' style today. Yeah. He just said to me, I said, I feel embarrassed because you look amazing. And he said, oh, this is just, I had so much laundry. This is all I could find laying around the house. I'm like, oh, come on.
Make me blush. Make me, I'm getting hot.
Well, it's
That segment's later.
That segment's later for the extra hot.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you very much for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit, inferior. This is like my scratch up outfit. I was asking you if we had an iron. I had to work before this. I was like, Rowan.
You are looking a little wrinkled.
Yeah, well, a bit crinkled. I was like, I ironed my shirt this morning, put it in the backpack, didn't scrub up so well.
That's the mistake you made. You put it in the backpack.
How do you have to transport a t-shirt in like one of those like laundry covered sheet bags?
Pretty much all the time. Whenever I'm filming, I have to take like extra clothes with me. So,
that is prepared. I don't think I'd ever have that level of preparedness.
You got to do what you do for your art, I guess.
Yeah. So how have you been, man? What's been happening?
A lot's been happening. Very busy.
Yeah.
It's good though. It's kind of just all coming at once. And I'm the type of person that doesn't like to say no to stuff. So if someone asks me to do it, I'm like, yeah, just do it.
Are you also just incapable of saying no?
I think that's the problem. Yeah.
Like you're a nice guy.
Yeah. People pleaser.
Sure. And then, so you make the booking like a month out, then, 2 days before you just like, oh, damn, I probably should have.
So sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
So, but look, when you get there, it's a lot of fun. It's just that anxiety of going, oh, I've got to do this and do that. Because like, I do play a character a little bit as well. So sometimes you got to, if I'm not in the mood to do it, it's hard to just switch it on. Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it feels like as well, like obviously you've gained such a great following, but it feels like things are just popping off at the moment. Like it just feels like it's one after the other, all kind of coming up bangers.
Banger
after banger.
We usually start off with a little bit of coffee news. So we've got 2 pieces of news today, one from me, one from Rowan. A bit of interactive news. So Liam, could you... All right, first piece of news. So we have covered in this podcast a franchise in China called Luckin Coffee. Have you heard of Luckin Coffee?
No, but I have now.
I think they've got more stores than Starbucks.
Wow.
So just in China. But anyhow, Luckin Coffee are planning to expand to the US.
Interesting.
So,
huge.
Well, it is huge, and because Starbucks has a presence in China. But I just... Their plan to compete is to offer cups of coffee for like $2 or $3 US. So their plan is to just be cheaper than everyone else. I don't know how that's going to go. They've pre-purchased a lot of coffee, so they've fixed their prices in. There's a huge inflationary sort of increase in coffee prices in the last year. So, yeah.
Well, as, Amazon Bezos, said, looking at Amazon, which, not that I'm supporting of, but I always thought it was interesting. He goes, don't invest in anything that can go out of style, that can change with the season. He goes, one thing that is never going to go out of style is cheap and fast. And so that feels like a model that's kind of been, chosen, because at the end of the day, with whatever people are thinking, if someone can be like, I can save $2 a day going to get my coffee there, I reckon that's something that'll probably take off.
It's like 7-Eleven do those $2 coffees. The amount of people I know that get their coffee from 7-Eleven now just because it's cheap and cheerful. So
yep. And it goes off that, remember the barefoot investor thing when big part of that was, I never read it, but I think it was about like just buying dirt cheap coffee from like your supermarket and being like, this is how much money you can save a year just from doing that. Yeah. So it kind of taps into that mentality of people who view coffee as fuel as opposed to the enjoyment.
Yeah, you can save a bit of money, but like, I don't know.
It's nice.
I feel like it's not worth it, I feel like you'll be better off investing in yourself with a nice cuppa.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take right there. Now, other coffee news that we have coming through. Buying limit placed on viral Japanese beverage, matcha. So there is now, suppliers and businesses have announced buying limits on a popular item that has gained popularity on social media. So apparently all of these suppliers of matcha are struggling to keep up with the demand. So now they're having to limit the amount that can be sold. So we're starting to see some limits on it. And I could jump in right now with my hot take. I could jump in right now.
Go. What?
Matcha tastes like dirt.
Oh, you stole my hot take.
And that's fine if it's an ingredient, but matcha has to be added with honey, syrups, strawberries, milks, everything. Ugh. And it's just like all you're doing is trying to mask the fact that it tastes like dirt. An ingredient shouldn't be, the aim of an ingredient shouldn't be to try to mask it to make it taste good. It should just taste good.
What are the benefits of drinking matcha?
I think it's more caffeinating than coffee is, to be honest. I haven't matcha. It's like, geez, if I just start crack, it's like matcha.
I would get you. Yeah, it's a different kind of jazz you up situation when you're having
it's a
matcha.
slow releaser.
But is it also because of the sugar that you're having? Maybe it's like this combination of like the caffeine with just like a punch load of sugar in it. Also, did I say this? I need to do this video idea. I wanted to do a video being like, today I'm going to make my coffee with the same amount of sugar as a can of Coca-Cola, and then just have the espresso and be like, just do it for each gram for gram, just to show you how much sugar would be in it. And it would be, because people go off if they see someone put 2 sugars in a coffee, but I reckon a can of Coke would probably be like, 36 grams of sugar. So
is that how much is in one?
Yeah.
That's more. That's like 2 doses of espresso. Like you could make 4 coffees with that amount.
Is that wrong, Liam? Can you look that up?
Fact check.
Checking right now.
Fact check. But I thought that would be like a good visual representation of like
that would be a fun video actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are 10 teaspoons, full teaspoons of sugar. God. So 39 grams of sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
So that, I mean, it makes sense where I used to have a lot of tradies come into the cafe and regularly you'd get a cappuccino with 6 sugars. So now it starts to make more sense. I guess if you're coming off like an ice break or whatever they are, like a iced coffee kind of thing, makes a bit more sense,
So matcha's a bit how you go, you reckon?
Yeah, matcha.
I'd have to agree with you there.
No good.
Yeah,
I love it.
Thumbs it down.
General consensus. You hated matcha, but you came around.
I flipped.
Really?
I'm a matcha guy now.
Was it a slow burn or did you just immediately go for it?
It's kind of like, did anyone here ever get into smoking?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I did a wee bit of smoking back in the day, and it's kind of like, you don't enjoy it. No one really does.
Yeah.
You just kind of feel like you need to. Yeah. That's kind of matcha to me.
All right. Well, let's jump into it. I mean, we've got to start here fresh. We've got a lot of people, a lot of people that'll follow you and hopefully some new followers that are going to jump on board. So we have to ask, what started Bangin Sangas? How did it come about?
It started off as a bit of fun with a friend, and we still work together now, where we wanted to open our own deli, fundamentally, because I had the baking background and I'd worked in restaurants as a dessert chef, but I'd always had an affinity towards a sandwich. But I had no idea what it took to run one of those businesses. So we was going out to different spots, trying different sandwiches around. But we looked at Hector's as the blueprint. Mm-hmm. We tried there first and went, right, cool, everything's great here. Let's try where the north side, what they love there. And then we just decided to start filming each other. And then kind of had creative differences, and I wanted to do something different. He wanted to do something on the other side. Came together and it just became what it is now. It's kind of, we didn't expect it to go as big as it is now. We didn't really start growing until the start of this year. We were on 5K followers for a good year and a half. And then I can't remember what video it was, and it just went boom. Now it's a slow growth, which I'm quite happy with because I work full time. So if it got out of hand, I probably wouldn't be able to hack it.
But I've also got to say, you've probably got like a huge market here. Like the power of the amount of followers you have it's probably very localized to the Victorian area, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
And so when you're looking at the numbers you have, that's a huge amount of people for this, area. Whereas, where for Golden Brown, we're doing different stuff where it's like anyone globally, like, we've got people in different places. But to get the following you've got in such, specific place is really, really impressive.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, you're welcome.
What if you were to describe Bangin Sangas in one sentence, like what it is you do? Like, so there'd be some people that are watching this and are like, what the hell's a bangin' sanger? Okay. And to me, like it seems like there's a whole lot more than just, being a sandwich reviewer. You're into fitness, bit of, I don't know, modeling, and living quite cashmere. So describe Bangin' Sangas for us.
I guess in a nutshell, for me, it was all about making, because when I watch content, I want to be entertained and I want to smile and laugh and a lot of content these days in the food space isn't that enjoyable to watch. It's just like, go here, this is it, a couple of pictures and then it's done. And there's no personality behind the camera.
They're very monotone in the sort of noise, the sound. It's like, I went here and I tried this. It was $6.
Well, it's this weird thing that I think you've done a great job of it because so much personality comes through, but it's hard not to become a slave to the algorithm and what it asks. And all people do is they make videos, they see what works, and then they continue it. And so these trends start where it's like, all of a sudden talking about a place. Hey, today we're down at blah, 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 patisserie and we're trying the viral sandwiches going off. Oh my God, it's so squishy and everyone is talking about it.
We had 6 strawberry matchas each and it was good.
Oh my God, that strawberry matcha was so creamy. And it's just like these monotone things. Who's that famous mum who does, it's that. What's her name? Liam's looking it up.
Is she the one that cooks for her husband?
Yeah. She just talks like this. And she's like, today I made cookies for my children.
Is this the demure cutesy one?
No, it's different. It's
she says, like, I'm going to make my own flour now. And she like goes out and like absurd kind of, oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll find that out while we're going in. But I think you've done, it's hard not to become like a systematic, we did a video the other day for Halloween that I thought was so funny and it absolutely bombed. And it was
they hate that. You're just like, this is my fucking best work yet. And then it's just
we just did, have you ever seen the movie The Purge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just did a video where before you steam milk on a machine, all the tutorials are like, always purge your steam on first. So we did a video for Halloween that was like, before you steam your milk, it's always really important to purge. And then it flickers and it's me with a purge mark gone. It was like, you always have to purge. And it's like, we've got to purge first. And it's like, chases down a person and like at my bit at the end of the video is they have the coffee bell. Yeah. So you just hear this ding, ding, ding as I take someone and then it cuts back to me at the machine. It's like, once you're done with your purge, you're ready to steam the milk. And like whatever it goes on. And it just absolutely bombed. And it's so sad because I'm like, that was like our fun creative thing. And then it's like, okay, back to a video where I'm like, here's how to make a nice latte.
What was your almost unintentionally like successful or viral video that you did?
So I went to a place in Thornbury. I think this was the video that kind of put us on, not the map, but like it was one of the biggest. It still is today. But I turned up hungover and I was with Alex, my business partner. I was just like, I can't be bothered today. I just want a greasy sandwich. I'm not going to put much effort into this today at all. I edited the video in like, I don't know, an hour and a half. And it usually takes me like 3 or 4 days. And I just slapped it up. And within about 2 hours of posting it was at like 100K. And I was like, what's going on? I've never seen this many views before in my life. And it was just, it showed me that you don't need to put a huge amount of effort into it if it's showing what the people want, I guess. Yep. And I think it's timing as well. And as you said earlier with you become a slave to the algorithm. Sometimes I have to edit my videos that way just to get people to watch. Because I'll do a video like yourself and I'll think it's so funny. I'll post and it bombs.
Yeah.
But then I'll delete it, I'll change the start, and then it does really well.
It's just those hooks and those things like where you try to get a little bit off and you're like, no, you're like the middle of this, the start of it is setting up the joke and then you get the joke. But if people swipe and don't watch the start setup, then they're out anyway.
Absolutely.
So then you have to like give the joke away in the first few seconds and it ruins any of that fun. But you're like, well, then watch my videos when I do it the other way.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think you gain that audience when you create what I'm looking for, where you got that, you're really connected to your audience. So you've
like
got
a community.
Yeah, when you've done, your community will always watch your stuff and always support you. But then you've got those people floating in and out. They'll unfollow you. They'll follow you back. They'll unfollow you.
I find that so weird.
It's so bizarre.
I get who got Pendlebury from Collingwood.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out and see if he still follows.
Yeah.
But he has followed and unfolled like 3 times. And I'm like, is it just because he sees one video where I do like
Commit, Scott.
tutorial?
Yeah. Commit.
What's the issue, bro?
He probably saw you were putting silly things in the portafilter and thought, bugger this.
Yeah, and then he saw another video a few months later. He's like, oh, he's back. I love it.
No, I reckon he's trying to get your attention.
Yeah, maybe he wants to
follow
follow
and
That's a
unfollow.
power
Say,
play.
"Ooh."
That's a power play.
Yeah.
Pendles?
I think he's off. I think he's off again.
That's devastated.
Yeah, that is very devastating. Now, I'm gonna look this up and just make sure, but I will ask you. So as I described before, ooh, this is a handsome man. How are you so jacked when you're just stuffing your face with bloody sandwiches? Like, what is the routine that allows you to like eat like that and then look like
Not
this?
just sandwiches. We're talking croissants,
Yeah, croissants.
Danishes.
And just so you know, just a little like feedback on this. We've been going back and forth. I've been doing a thing called like the shred diaries where I'm like, I need to lose a few, and I did, and then I went to Italy and I put it all back on. Now we're like trying to get back to it, but I need some tips.
So Rowan will be listening very attentively.
Okay, cool. So you got the notes out as well. You're taking notes.
taking some notes,
So it's not that complicated with like weight loss and fitness. Like it's
Yes, it is.
it is if you try and overcomplicate it. But Monday to Friday, I'll eat relatively clean, but I'll limit the amount of carbs I have and fats so I can be gluttonous at the weekend. And that's
such a good word. Gluttonous.
I love using that word. But like from Saturday and Sunday, those are my eating days. So I'll eat anywhere from like 4,000 to 5,000 calories each day. But Monday to Friday, I'll eat maybe 1,600 each day.
Oh, that's quite a restriction, Monday to Friday. But it feels like you earn the weekend,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But the weekend, I'm just ravenous. So everything I eat, I'm just like, yeah, give me it. But then I'll train like 3-4 days a week, and I run a lot too.
Yeah.
I think I'm just blessed with a bit of a good metabolism as well. Mum used to say I had hollow legs. So I could just eat everything. I was the bin at the dinner table.
Yeah.
So.
I wish I could be the bin and look like that, but
My life has been the fight from day one. It's never been easy.
yeah, I'm like the runt of the litter in my family. I got, Adonis brothers.
Yeah.
One's a professional bodybuilder, the other's just like 6'4"
cosplayer.
So he's a cosplayer.
Nice.
But he does real well. But I want to know, when did you kind of shift your attention to doing this? You don't do it full time?
No.
Yet. Perhaps you will one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
But like, yeah, when did you kind of make that switch with your friend that you're like, all right, we want to stop what we're doing now, potentially get back into, you mentioned perhaps opening your own place.
Yep.
Yeah. So when did that all happen?
So I think that literally it was at the start. So the first 2 months we were just kind of finding what we wanted to do. He was doing pictures, but then he wasn't posting regularly enough. Because I understand the algorithm to a certain degree. I was like, we need to be posting this many times a week. That's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. And it wasn't until we started getting a bit of a structure in place of what we wanted to do, how often we wanted to post. Did we want to post once a week, twice a week? So it ended up being 3 times a week, and then it turned into 5. And then as soon as I started posting 6 days a week, it just went. But it's just a lot of
up.
Yeah, it just kept going up and up and up. But it's very difficult to sustain that when you've got things outside of it, because it's still a hobby at the moment. It's just a bit of fun. Like, we don't see it as work. We just go out and film and have a laugh, and usually we get drunk at the end of the day. So it's good fun for us. It's our social sort of network, I guess.
I can attest to that. But between when we did a podcast a few hours ago, and I had to go out and do something else, and I said to Rowan, I've got 45 minutes. I'm going to cut up, edit, upload a video of my own, because I just started my own page, Kirk the Barista, if you're listening. So yeah, like I totally get what you mean.
Not Kirk the Jerk, if we're going with the
not Kirk the Jerk.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not today. But it's yeah, like it's a big commitment.
It is, yeah.
And I think my thing is always just like, all right, 3 times a week. Just do 3 times a week, see where I'm at in 3 months. And then I think I just want to get the reps in, you know?
Yeah. And I think once you get in that routine, it becomes quite easy. But then it's when you get those outside influences where like now we go to quite a lot of events together and we're having to show face and do all that sort of stuff. And that takes away from our editing time because we do a lot together. So like the races yesterday, I've got like 7 videos I need to edit, but I wasn't able to do them yesterday because I was at the races yesterday. So it's that balancing act of having that routine. So if you're going to do something like this, you have to be really strict and say no quite a lot. It's difficult though.
I know people just think it's fun on the side of the like influencing or content creation. Sorry, like when it is a full-time job on top of it, you have to have spreadsheets, structure, understanding of everything you're doing. I was lucky enough, like we started our coffee business and we're doing that and just kind of invested our money to be like, that's what we're doing full time. We're taking that swing and that risk and trying it out. And, you know, it meant not really making much money for a year, but it gave us the chance to do what you're saying of a video a day, you know, and really build up that following quickly. Do you mind if we ask what you do outside of, I was going to say Bangin Sangas, but that sounds wrong. Out of being Bangin Sangas.
I'm in sales. I'm in technology sales.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, I work for a big consultancy. And we sell people and services. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Interesting transition from baker to that.
Yeah, it was during lockdown actually. I had my own micro bakery. Do you know, like in lockdown, there wasn't much to do.
Yeah.
And the working...
Everyone made sourdough.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'd had a kind of cooking business back home and I was a dessert chef and I was really good at certain things. So I started making them for the clients and delivering it to them. And people got a wind of it and then it started getting posted on Instagram. Then people were messaging me. So I just started opening a business and I had a couple of cafes around here actually that were holding my stock and then a lot of city cafes as well that were still open when people were still going in. Were buying stuff from me as well. But again, that wasn't sustainable because I was still working full time. I was getting up at 3 a.m, baking till 7, delivering, going to work, coming home, baking again, getting up at 3. And it was just exhausting. So it's, yeah.
You do have a tough time saying no.
Yeah, I know. But it's just like when I'm really passionate about something.
Really didn't want to do this podcast.
Yeah, no, I was very, very much looking forward to it. But when I'm really invested in something and I really want to give it a go, I really, really go it 100%.
Well, tell us a bit about that. Like, so I was about to ask you, what are some of the biggest challenges you faced with Bangin Sangas? But I want to extend that to what you just mentioned. So you doing some pretty serious hours there.
Yeah.
Is there ever a time where you're like, why am I doing this so much? You fuck something up and you had a breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Every day. It's exhausting. With tech sales, it's like a normal sort of 9 to 5, but it's not really. I'm in the office from about 7. Sometimes I don't leave till 6. In between my breaks, I'm editing. And then if I'm getting the train home, I'm editing on the train. Then I get home, I'm editing, but then I have to eat. By the time I finish, it's like 10 o'clock and I'm zapped. Yeah. So I get burnt out very quickly. So my social battery is just zip at the moment. So that's probably the biggest challenge of this is balancing everything. And then once I can get that balance correct, I think I'll be a lot happier. But right now, it's just, I'm so stressed.
What? Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, like, when I got into a similar thing where there was so many videos and so much time, and I actually started making out like different formats and pillars for like the long form, the short form, the bite form, and like started working out different kind of videos that would work in each one. So I can be like, great, I know I have the energy to do 2 of these long ones. Yeah. And I can have these 3 insightful joke ones that we can connect with people, and then this, because it is just burning you out. Whenever you can find those like things to help you get out what you need.
Yeah. And I find that if it's a video that I know is going to be good when I've filmed it, then I'm really happy to edit it. But when I've filmed maybe with like a public figure that wasn't fun to film with, or it's someone that wasn't really giving me good energy, I really put off editing it because I know I'm not going to enjoy watching it myself. So that's the hard part as well. And then you've got a deadline from either a brand or the agency that I work with saying, this needs to go out, this needs to do this. And I'm just like, So, yeah, all that stress.
Now, so, you know, all your reviews are very honest in that what is the biggest backlash that you've faced? Like whether it be like
I'm looking forward to
from
this.
like the company themselves or from like someone that's affiliated, like surely you've got some like crazy messages.
So there's two actually. So the first one I'll talk about is there's this TikTok page and they review alcohol. I was a big fan of them. I really like what they do. I thought they're really funny. And I went to a bakery in Brighton, and everyone knows what I look for in a pastry. And as soon as I bite into it, people
can't
can
be
tell.
dry. It has to be like
And people can tell as soon as I bit into it, but they know what I'm going to say as soon as I say it. And I said it wasn't great. And the thing that didn't help them, they were really rude to me when I walked in as well. So I was
They
a bit
like the smoke.
Yeah, but I was a little bit OTT with some of my language, and I wasn't very kind about the coffee. But at the end, I was complimentary about the pastry itself. I just said everything else was just bland. But this page got a hold of it and made this like viral video about me, just like I'm the martyr for the foodie world. And I think it got like over 1 million views or something like that. It went crazy. So
That probably helped you as well, right?
yeah, it did. But I thought I was getting cancelled. I thought my life was over. I was like, oh my God, this is awful.
the 50-second cancel. Like just out for a night.
Yeah, but then about a month later, like that is done its circulation. People were still like, because people were like commenting like death threats in my comments and stuff like that, and like talking about my parents. And I was like, relax. I was like, it's just a video. No one's going to remember it in 2 weeks. It's like, and that's pretty much it. As soon as I've done one, they want to see the next one.
Yeah.
No one really cares. But this just kept going on for about a month. And I kept running into these boys as well. And they were just throwing me daggers, which I thought was so immature.
So wait, the guys who review the booze made the slam video on
Yeah. So
what a weird thing to like.
Went outside their jurisdiction a bit.
You're complaining about someone who just reviewed something and didn't like it.
Yeah.
So then you're going to review them.
Yeah.
And
it was so contradictory as well.
Like,
It was, bless him. But
ridiculous. But that's what was the style of it? Like, what is this video like? How's it play out?
It started. It was my review at the start, and then it cuts to him jumping on the sofa, and it's like a 2.5 minute long video of him just talking about the food review industry and all that sort of stuff. And he must have read the dictionary that day, because he was using some words that just weren't in the right context at all. So he's making himself look a bit stupid. But I just watched it, and I got in the comments. I was like, hey, look, you're saying stuff that you got no context to who I am at all. You're saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. I was a dessert chef for 2 years. I've ran my own bakery. I kind of know what I'm talking about. But then in the comments, it was just putrid. There was just people saying stuff about me, and they've never met me before. They were just calling me every name under the sun. And it just got really out of hand. So I just took myself off of social media after that. Yeah. I was just like, I'm just going to let this die down a little bit. But then literally a month later, my next video, because I think I must have just been in the algorithm, it got put on everyone's feed. Yeah. So it just went boom after that. So look, I can thank them for doing that. But that's probably the biggest backlash that I've had.
Yeah. The hard thing with the comment sections is it also becomes like people are vying for attention in the comment section. People are trying to say the best thing that they think will get them likes. Like there are people out there who get off just to the fact that their comment has the most likes in a comment section. And, you know, the famous saying now of running straight to the comments and all that kind of stuff. So it's like a melodrama or like a reality TV show in the comments. So it's best just to like tune it out, move on, continue as you are, and just be you and do that.
Look, speaking of places that I've seen you, it's everywhere.
Okay.
Billboards, Instagram, walking past my local Nandos.
Yep.
You have appeared in some propaganda flattering a certain sandwich that you developed. So tell us about the Peri Pineapple Sangas.
That's the one, yeah.
So how did that come about?
So, do you know, I don't know if Nandos hasn't really got a huge reputation here, I guess. It's kind of like the expensive chicken shop, I guess. Everyone kind of sees it as. But in the UK, it's huge. It's like, that's where everyone goes for like dinner with the boys, or you're going out for a night out. That's where you go. So I've been
Is it a bit nicer there? Is it meant to be a bit more higher standard, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't noticed the difference now because I have it so often. But like when I first came here, I didn't really try it because I didn't know it was here.
Yeah.
And then I knew it was here, and then I started having it again. But I used to go to Nandos when I was younger with my friends, and we would just make concoctions out of different garlic bread sandwiches. It just developed. Every time a new item came on the menu, we'd throw it in there, but like, that doesn't work. And then we'd keep messing around with it. And then when I came here, I started playing around with their menu items. I was like, oh, this works, that works. You've got stuff that we don't have in the UK. And then it was that. And Nando's emailed me a couple of months ago said, "Oh, do you want to come and do a video with us?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be fun. Why not?" But I don't want to do a review of your sandwiches because this just doesn't make sense. Like, people are just going to know it's inauthentic. Why don't I make something? And I made a cheeky bet. I just said, "Hey, how many views for this guy on the menu?" Not thinking that he'd say something. So he said 1 million. I was like, never going to happen. And then I think in like 2.5 weeks, he hit 1 million views. And then they were like, shit.
My sandwich, bitch.
Yeah. So they had to change their whole marketing strategy. And
they would have loved that. The little creatives sitting at the agency who go like, this video went out and it said 1 million views. We've got to do it quick. Let's get the billboard. Let's get the thing. Like they would have, that's just like money in the bank for them.
So, but to be fair to them, they were great sports and they've been so much fun to work with. Yeah. Like they've been so good. And I'm getting really close with like that whole team now. So there could be some more fun stuff coming.
More banging sangers.
Yeah.
I will have to say, I might wait for the next one. I'm not a fan of pineapple and savoury.
Neither was I.
Is the pineapple cooked?
Yeah, it's flame grilled.
Yeah, okay.
I don't mind if I'm going there. I don't mind a grilled pineapple. I can get there, but I still am not a fan. After a lot of it was in when I lived in the States, like the El Pastor and like that kind of pineapple. Well, maybe I just need to give it a try now. Just
have one bite. Trust me, one bite. I love it. I'm going to get one after this.
Well, I want to ask about your other sandwich project.
Yes,
lasagna.
Lasagna.
So it seems like a play on words for lasagna.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Yeah.
Is it like lasagna flavored with the ingredients?
Yeah. So it's literally a sheet of lasagna. So it's my mum's lasagna, with a cacio e pepe bechamel sauce, Napoli sauce.
Bechamel, I love it.
And then pecorino cheese, and then it's in like a crispy chia batter, which is garlic bread toasted as well.
Oh, so, good Lord.
And then it comes with super crispy potatoes.
Do you ever get around a croque madame?
No, I haven't actually.
Have you ever had one?
I don't know where to find one here, to be honest.
Yeah, they're very rare. Croque madame.
Yeah,
I've had one. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, producer Liam's putting it.
Yeah, it's
delicious.
Okay. Where do you go for yours?
There's one in the city. Where is that? That was actually it's the old Deloitte building.
Okay,
in the city, and they had a croque madame on the menu.
Yeah,
and it's actually quite similar. It's like the bechamel, pickle, smoked ham, and it rocks. Yeah.
Why are you looking so? Kirk's got some mean
eyes going. He's got a question
What's
for
happening?
me.
Is it a question?
You're just thinking about the
croque. He's just getting mad hungry.
There's all some croque madames.
Brand of croque madames. What about if we put a croque madame in between the old Perry pineapple and just get to town?
Well, I actually had a plan for today, but it fell through yesterday, unfortunately. Okay. So I wanted to do a little play on this called, so you're banging sangers.
Yep.
I want it to be cracking curries.
Okay.
I'm a massive curry guy.
I love curry last night.
Where we're from?
Just a curry shop around the corner.
Well, the god of all curry shops is not far from here. It's called Spice Mix.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the owner's father passed away. So, many blessings to him.
That's horrible.
Yeah, RIP. Hope everything's okay there. So they'll be closed for the next few months. But, I mean, when they are back open, Spice Mix.
We'll go.
Okay. We'll go. That is like...
I think it's so beautiful how connected you are to this establishment, Kirk. I reckon that you've brought up Spice Mix the same amount as your own cafe on this podcast.
Oh, more.
Are you affiliated with them anyway?
Has anyone listened to this gone because of this podcast? Write in and let us know if you've tried Spice Mix.
Tim's Coffee Hunt.
Oh,
that's how I know him off Instagram.
Tim's Coffee what?
Hunt.
Oh.
Find out if you got it.
It's something different. I was like, I need to follow that account.
People are going.
Okay.
All right. Apart from me, if you could do a collab with anyone, who's on the hit list, or is there anyone in the pipelines that's big coming up? What are you thinking? Surely you have like a whiteboard with some names on it or something.
Not really, but I would love to do something with Gordon Ramsay. That would be hilarious. But I would want to make him something just so he could lambast me.
You'd have to make him an idiot sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be so much fun.
Have you watched his Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was great. That's one of the funniest things I've ever watched ever.
But there's plenty of people that I think about here, but I would want it to be something where I'm made fun of. I'd want me to be the butt of the jokes. I don't know.
Beautiful son of a bitch. I'm big and muscly and tall and have great fashion. You loser.
Great fashion.
God, you suck.
How bad am I? My name's Bangin.
That's actually a really good idea, though. The idiot sandwich, and like it's an acronym.
Yeah.
You switch out
The ingredients idea. Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
All right. Speaking of ingredients and sandwiches, what is the most unconventional thing you're slapping in a sandwich that actually goes hard?
I had it today. So I had cottage cheese and rice in a sandwich today.
Cottage cheese and rice. Anything else?
With Nandos do this thing called peri crackle, which is like chili oil with sesame seeds and pumpkin seeds, and I've got a big tub at home, and I put that on the top, and then closed it up with a bit of cheese, and it was.
And you go fresh on this?
Yeah. Well, no, I toasted the bread, then put it in, but it's like it's cold, then it's hot from the bread, and then the cheese is hot as well. So it's like that textural contrast. And
for many foods, I say textures, temperatures, and layers is what I want. I want a contrasting temperatures. I want different textures.
100%.
I want layers.
The change in his demeanor when he was saying that, he was like, "No, I've never seen you so passionate about anything."
It's a I stand by it. While we're just in the middle here, should we, we love your reviews. And I was just thinking, maybe, Kirk, you can chat for a bit, but we've actually got a cake from Brunetti's here.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
And I want to slice up a bit and just I want to see the magic happen live.
Well,
Hold
okay.
on.
This
Just
is a
to see what you
1,600
think.
calorie day. Do we grant approval?
Yeah, absolutely.
Approval granted.
Yep.
All right. Chopping up the cake. I like it. Do you think that dill is perhaps getting a bit overused in sandwiches at the moment?
So can I say the F word?
Yeah, of course. But I kind of feel like, a lot of the Hector sandwiches with the Hector sauce got dill in it.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people are going a bit overboard with the
go
dill.
a bit ham with the dill. I like dill, but when you kind of go overboard, it's just it's a bit much.
Oh, no, you go.
It's a bit potent.
I'm trying to watch my figure, but sure.
He's
I'm trying to fatten you up.
sabotaging.
Are you not joining us?
I already had it for my friend's
that old
birthday.
chestnut. That old chestnut.
We had it for
Did he have some? Or
Yeah,
is
he did.
Okay,
He did.
because
Okay.
we're currently in a shred off.
All right, so we've got a chocolate. To paint a picture here for the fans at home, we've got like a chocolate mousse cake. It looks like it has like a cookie center or something, or some kind of center, and then it's got like this. The glaze is almost quite like sticky.
It's like jelly, almost.
That's really good.
It's,
That's delicious. Do you know what? Whenever I eat
Oh, the
food,
hazelnut in it.
Mm.
I like
when you eat something, it takes you back to a memory.
yeah.
Like that Ratatouille moment where it's like, woof.
Oh, best Pixar movie
Yeah.
out there.
This takes me back to at the dinner table when we didn't have like posh desserts. We'd have like chocolate mousses,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd get a bunch of chocolate mousses, chuck them in a bowl, and we'd just cover it with like nuts and caramel and all that sort of stuff.
That's literally what that is.
This is delicious. This slaps.
Yeah.
My mum get me a triple layered chocolate mousse cake every year for my birthday.
Oh, yum.
So, Brunetti's, you heard it here first. If you want to get some money into the podcast, we've got you a good review from Bangin Sangas or
Delicious.
Crazy Cakes. I don't know. What are we going with that there?
Crazy Cakes is a good one.
Yeah. What would you call your deli if you were to have it? Would you call it Smelly's Deli or not as appetizing, maybe?
I was going to call it after my mum.
Oh, well,
I was going to call it Tina with a full stop.
very sweet.
Yeah. But I wasn't sure because then my dad might get upset. So I'd have to open another one, call it Steve. And then my sisters would probably get upset. So then I'd have to open one called Nicole and then Steph. So it's, yeah.
But I mean, what a great expansion.
Yeah.
When it's like, the next one opens up. Imagine, you can see the articles now. You can see the broadsheet article now. It's
Yeah.
like the partner of
Yeah.
Tina is now open down the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could do it as like the deli, and then it's like the wine bar opens across the road, and then the pizza one opens on the other side.
Giving away my...
Oh, sorry.
We actually have a mutual friend who's been on the podcast. We've been going back and forth with a little bit lately. We prank called him last week because he was on Channel 9 for something. Yeah. We got him really good.
Also, sizzle for later. We've got a response to our prank call that we're going to play. Do you have that lined up that we're going to play later in the pod? So that's a little sizzle for later. But what do we have here?
Well, this is something I want Bangin's commentary on.
Okay.
So I'm going to play this. I went to call him by his real name, but I decided to stick to the bit.
Yeah.
So, Liam, we good to roll?
Hey, you tell me when.
So take a listen to this tomfoolery. Dan, you're up first.
Can we, for the love of God in this city, calm the fuck down on sandwich shops?
Relax.
I don't fucking get it. It's sandwiches. I can make them. Why?
Right.
My blood's boiling.
I need that guitar.
Talk me through the emotions when you hear such salacious.
So, there's a lot of complaints about the sandwich world at the moment. Like, they're too expensive. Da, 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 da. A sandwich done well is an art form. It is literally some sandwiches I have are like restaurant worthy food in bread, but people seem to think just because it's between bread, it should be cheap. Do you know how expensive some fucking ingredients are? Like, mortadella's expensive, stracciatella is expensive, focaccia's expensive, like, food's expensive.
Oh, we're in the coffee world. You
Yeah.
know, you don't have to justify price to us.
Exactly. And it's, and when people complain, it's like, I put a sandwich up the other week, it's like $25. But if you deconstructed the sandwich, it would fill this whole board here with food. Like, there's so much food in there, but people complain that it's just too expensive. With the sandwich thing, just because you make them at home doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's my two piece.
That potato one that you had, that looked
Phenomenal.
unreal.
Oh.
That was, can you tell us what that was? Just to, where was that from?
That was Drom Bakery in Bayswater. And it's owned by an Indian family. So they wanted to get that sort of Indian heritage into some of the products. So they made a sagaloo toasty. So it's like, Bombay potatoes toasty. That's it. So it's Bombay potatoes. And it's like vegan cheese, which I didn't know it was vegan cheese until they told me afterwards. But then it's like sourdough toasted, loads of butter, and there's like chilies and all that sort of stuff in there. So it's like not a dumpling. What's an Indian dumpling called?
Mimosa.
The mimosa. So it's like a deconstructed mimosa. Samosa, yeah. So it's like a
Mimosa.
We'll take three of those.
Yeah, this is where this pod's heading.
So it's like a deconstructed samosa, but then it comes with sag dip.
That's what got me going. That dip, I was like, oh no, mama.
Yeah,
Dip.
Yep, dip. Fundamental part of everything.
Yeah,
you have to you should always have dip on the side with something because you don't want a dry sandwich. You don't want it too wet.
French dip.
That's it.
In America, everything comes with a dip. Like if you get pizza over there, it comes with 15 different dips.
I'm going to call out the woodfire pizza industry of Melbourne because there's only like one place that I go to where they give dip, and that is Leonardo's Pizza Palace.
Yeah. Because the Americana style.
Yeah, but bit of ranch with your jalapeno pizza.
Yeah.
I would say that's actually a desecration of Italian culture. Is what I would say.
Don't you get me started?
That is what I would say.
You piece of garbage. You piece of absolute
If you say
trash.
one more thing about Italian culture that brings them down, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Ross, to bring you up to speed here,
Okay.
I've recently had a bit of a discovery that I'm actually Italian.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
So ethnically Italian.
Yep.
And
6.24%.
five.
Is it really?
No, we took
It
off
was
point.
2.4. It was 2.4.
Okay. All right. We'll call it a rounding error.
So we bought the test.
No, we haven't.
Oh,
well, all right.
Sorry.
Liam, because
I said
Rohan
on the
has
pod
a-
that I think I was just in Italy and I said their espresso sucked because
Okay.
it does.
What, Leonardo's?
No, in Italy.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
was
it
in
does.
Italy and I was like, yeah, the coffee's terrible. And
Yeah.
I go on to explain that it's for a reason because it needs to be affordable. And everyone just went off at me. I also said that I like xiaolongbao or dumplings more than I like, say, ravioli. And I said the mocha pot is crap.
heresy.
And so there's been a few things that didn't, and then I said last week that tiramisu sucked. And so there's been a few things that have just built up about Italian culture that I didn't mean. I love
just
Italian
hates Italy.
culture.
I don't like tiramisu either. So
Yeah. A lot of stuff.
there we go.
This is, I mean, we've had the matcha, we've had the tiramisu.
I'm sorry. I'll like
the
something
hell?
that you like soon.
All right. We'll get there. But yeah, the constant desecration of my culture, it's got to stop. It's got, like, I had a
When will it
couple.
end?
We've got to stop offending that 6.24% of you.
So I was actually doing a bit. You don't have to talk about this if you don't want to.
Go ahead.
I read that I was watching some of your videos the other day, and it said that you had suffered, or you had said that you'd suffered quite a bad injury in the last few years. What was that?
I've got I still have them, 4 bulging discs in my neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
So I think just from bad posture and training in the wrong position for so many years. But I just woke up one day and I had this big welt on the back of my neck. And then for about 12 months, I was just not sleeping. I was going rehab, but it wasn't really working. So then I had to get epidural in my neck just to kind of bring the swelling down. That took. I still have problems with it now. Like I pulled my back yesterday before I went to the races, so it's like constant little niggly injuries now. So I just have to be really careful.
You can see that this beefy boy over here, this CrossFit man, he more than us two was just like, oh, like you could see that someone that works out a lot was like, yeah, I feel the pain.
I've slipped 3 discs exactly as well.
Not fun.
But down different. But needing an epidural to that point, man, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I've slipped 3 discs, 3 PlayStation discs into my console.
Good.
It's good from you.
Also, there's nothing better. We were talking about it before with like, you know, content creators being like, hello, I'm doing this. It's so nice when you get a bit of someone, you're building the community. You had your family recently here and on the videos. And I got to say, it was just like so endearing, so heartwarming, seeing them kind of get in on all the little bits and bobs. Like, how was that having them in?
It was the best. So I've been here 6 years and I haven't been home for that period of time. And it was just so nice for them to see the life that I've built here now. And I think that's what I was so happy about and excited for them to see, because they don't, we talk every day, we're like WhatsApp and we call and all that sort of stuff, but they don't know, they don't understand. And then as soon as I brought them here and took them to all the places and introduced them to different people and all that sort of stuff, they were like, we get it.
Yeah, but you would have been, I'm sure you're walking into places with them and people are like, hey, Bangin' Sangas! And that must be a surreal moment for them when you're like, oh, this is a thing. This is cool.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, that doesn't happen often. It only really happens when I go to like really busy, like central areas. But they were staying right in the city. So everywhere we were walking, people was like, and not my ego, like my head getting big, but people were just constantly stopping me, asking for like a chat and stuff like that. And mum and dad were like, what's going on? What's going on? I was like, I can promise you this doesn't happen that often. She's just like, why is it happening now? I was like, I don't know. It's just happening.
And that's fine. You're not blowing. I know it's like, you know, in our nature to like shut it down, but that's something you should be proud of. It's nothing to do with like, I know there is like a level of, you know, if people want to look at it as like fame, but it's more so that community that you're building, that people are resonating with your videos and they want to come up and say what's up.
I actually had a couple of people suggest to me like, hey, you should get Bangin' Sangas on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, boy, we are. we are
He's
getting
here.
Bangin' Sangas.
Banging that sang.
Yeah.
And so, you got a great relationship with them. So is that their first time here?
First time here. So they sent me a message yesterday just like saying how proud they are and like they understand it now and they can't wait to come back. They're already planning to come back. Like it took them 6 years to get here. But
where are you from?
I'm from a place called Luton Town, just outside of London.
Now, what is it with, I have like a lot of British friends. What is it with like the parents and that not wanting to travel? None of them want to travel anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. But my mum and dad, they go to Europe a lot. Like they've got.
They just didn't want to see you.
They just didn't want to see me, I guess.
Okay, fair enough.
But no, because I think they'd had a couple of like holidays in between that, and obviously COVID. And I was supposed to go home last year, but they told me to stay here because they were planning to come anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Like my parents have been dying to come out here. It's just been difficult for them to do so, I guess.
This is a coffee podcast. And
yes, of course.
We've spent a fair bit of time now on Sangas, so I just want to ask you a few coffee questions.
Of course,
if I may. What's your coffee order like? What's your favourite type of coffee?
I'm lactose intolerant, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah, but I get an oat latte for the sip.
Sip, of course. Yep.
But it has to be like mild, like not super hot. I like it mild, creamy, and a bit frothy, you know.
And where's your favourite place to go in Melbourne?
I really like Maker.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner from work because it's like I'll walk anywhere for a good coffee, but I don't want to walk too far. But lucky for me, Maker's just around the corner from the office, so I go there.
And what makes a good coffee experience for you? Like, I mean, I'm sure when you're buying a sandwich, like there's certain things that might bump them up a few points here and there. Like, what encapsulates a good coffee experience?
I think the customer service is fundamental. And like, if I go once and I go back a second time, they remember my name, you got me. Like, if you remember my name straight away, I'm just like, oh, wow, that's
and the food tastes better.
Yeah, it does. But I just feel that element of Australia and Melbourne in particular, like every coffee shop I ever go into, or before I did Bangin' Sangas, people would remember my name just from going in once. So it's just like, you feel like almost connected to them I guess. I think that's the experience I enjoy the most, is the connection side.
Is there anything you don't like about Melbourne coffee? You're new-ish to Melbourne,
Yeah.
sort of. So is there anything that you've found that you don't like about it? Or?
Long blacks.
Can totally attest with there. It's
We've got our first disagreement.
Oh, okay, right. Back on this side.
welcome to the club.
Yeah.
To me, it's just like, just wants to be a filter coffee. So just have a filter coffee.
Yeah.
Filter coffee is nicer, made better. Rohan?
I mean, we've debated it a million times. It's just diluting that double espresso with more water to do it out to that side. I mainly drink it. It's not my favorite drink. I mainly drink it out of especially if I'm on the shred diaries. I'm just like, I just want a black coffee, and I'm like, a double espresso's gone too quickly. Just get me that. And then sometimes it'll be quicker, or the place doesn't have filter. But I also smash filter as well. But sometimes it's just a convenience thing. Especially if I'm at home and I've got the espresso machine there, it's a lot quicker than the whole process of making a pour over. And I tell you what, Maker, we know that they listen to the pod, so they're going to be very happy with that shout out. You're welcome, Maker.
Sorry.
No,
They'll love it. They'll love it.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Cool.
Give them a shout. Yeah. One thing I've noticed about some of the stuff you do is, like, so with the sandwiches and with your running and stuff like that, you actually got people that you meet up with, the community that you've built up.
Yeah.
I presume through Bangin Sangas. What's that like, and how have you kind of cultivated it? Because it's like, it's one thing to have a page, talk to people, say g'day to them here and there, but you're breaking bread with people. You're running. Like, how's that been?
It's been good. I've always been someone who enjoys connection and building friendships. Because when I was younger, I didn't really have many friends. So for me, like at this age now, it's just like, and especially living in a country that I'm not from, you have to put yourself out there. So when I first came here, I was literally just going into pubs and walking up to people and just chatting to them. And I think from working in sales and working in pubs and all that sort of stuff, you're kind of forced to make those connections instantly. So for me, it's just been like a duck to water doing that here. And I find that people from Melbourne are just nicer. Does that make sense? Like, people are just more open to like meeting you and catching up for a coffee or
Can I share a theory as well that I have that's like speaking to this? I've always said that coming here to Melbourne with an accent gives you the leeway to do that. Like at a pub, you speak and it's like, oh, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. But if I go up to someone at the pub, I'm like, hey, it's like, why are you talking to me? Like, leave me alone. And I've seen like the same thing. If someone comes up to me with an accent, I'm like, it happened when I was like bouldering. Like there was two people, I was like, oh, where's the accent from? They're like, we literally just got in today. Then we went out and got a beer that night, and then we were friends for the 6 months they lived here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was there ever a situation where being Australian got you out of a pickle?
Oh, but you've got a different story.
Go on,
I'm trying to think when I was in the States. No, normally it would get you into pickles in the States.
I find Australians in London are like, it's like English people coming here. Like, it's very much like that.
Yeah, agreed. What's your pickle?
I was in the States, and it was my first 4th of July. And it was also the first time that I'm driving on an American highway or motorway, And first time I'm on the left side of the car, all the things. Anyway, I'm going down. It's also cars in miles, And anyway, we're absolutely fanging down the road to make it to the to see some fireworks. And I'm going, and KP partner, it's like, hey, how fast are you going? And I'm like, well, I have no idea. I'm just following kind of the others. Next thing I hear, whoop, whoop. And this is the first time I've driven, and I'm getting pulled over by an American cop. And anyway, I'm like, God, what did I do? I pull over anyway, wind down the window. Dude walks up to me. He's like, ID and registration. And I'm like, sorry, mate, I don't actually have like all this, but I've got my passport if that's right. They're like, oh, where are you from? Anyway, he straight up, he goes, oh, Australian? No way. Show me an ID. He's like, I just want to see. Do you have like a thing? He looks at me. He's like, well, fair dinkum. You know what, mate? And no, he actually said, mate. So I said, I'm so sorry, mate. Like this is the first time I've kind of driven like this. And he goes, you know what, mate? 4th of July. Just watch out next time. And he let me go.
That's so cool.
I drove off and I was like, thank God.
How good.
Yeah.
I was in Singapore one time and got out of an elevator at this car park party on top of a rooftop sort of thing. And I don't know I can't really remember what I said, but I get extra Australian when I'm drunk. Like the real me comes out, sound a bit more like this. I don't know. Anyway, so I went on this monologue or something when this elevator door opened and there was all these European people, I think they were mostly Swedish, And I think I went on for 20 seconds and they all just stood there stunned. And they're like, that's the most Australian thing I've ever heard. So it just made me cool at the party.
Love that. Accents get you everywhere.
Look, lots of sandwich shops,
Yes.
lots of sandwich creators
Mhm.
coming for that throne, coming for that title.
Are they?
I don't know. Yes.
I heard of them.
Yeah, there are. I mean, there's lots of people trying to do it. What's kind of your next steps for the channel and like how you want to continue to grow it? Do you see it evolving? Like, what's the kind of plan?
I think for me, it's a steady pace now where it's manageable with work. But when it gets to a point where eventually I want to take it as a full-time job, the YouTube route is something that we're really keen on doing because I would love to do long form. Like I sit there and binge YouTube more than I do Netflix or any sort of other program. Is because it's real people and you kind of connect with that. And I feel like that the content ideas we have for YouTube would go down quite well.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing, but I'd love to get into TV as well. I'd love to pitch something to Netflix, like travel, take it global. Because obviously, like I've got a big following here, but I'd love
You've got
to
the look for it.
Thank you.
And I reckon you got the voice for it too.
Thank you.
And the acumen to actually judge these sandwiches.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm rooting for you.
Appreciate it. Oh, look at that.
Well, anyone listening here that can make that possible, look at this handsome man and pop him on a show. I'd watch it. That's one viewer.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, so
And
all
I
you
would
need.
say that I think your social content, probably from the way that it's created, it looks like it has the feeling of like long form that's been made where there's like all the different cuts, places, movement. Like, you know, there's so much life, and in the videos you watch, like there's so much more to this than I'm seeing here. So I think, I think you would very easily transfer into that kind of longer form YouTube stuff.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
If you would kind of do it as like a, getaway kind of program as well, holiday and food program. What's one city in the world, or maybe a couple, where you'd like to go and review some food, sandwiches, baked goods?
I think New York's obviously the mecca.
Yeah, okay.
But I've been to New York twice, and I've only was able to go to a couple of places. But I'd love to do just a big stint in New York for a couple of months, just trying everything. But
Chicago is great.
Yeah, I love Chicago. Chicago's amazing. But I wouldn't mind going to Italy as well. Italy would be fun. Like,
we can do it again.
I've been there. It's,
But yeah, I think those two, because I love Italian food, and then obviously New York. I love, as much as America's in the pits at the moment, I love American culture as well, and I love the food there. So I think I'd really enjoy doing something like that.
You could do a good Italiano versus American Italian comparison thing of
that'd be
that
good.
evolution. I mean, David Chang on Ugly Delicious did that episode where it was like the classic Neapolitana pizza, the New York, and then like all the way to Domino's.
Yeah.
But the big question, we've got listeners here. They want your tips. They want your advice. This is the Blazing 3.
Okay.
Best coffee, you kind of answered it. Best sandwich, best dinner.
Best dinner. Okay. So best coffee. Well, for me at the moment, it's Maker, because I'm just there consistently. Best sandwich. There's a place called Luckin Coffee in South Yarra.
the owner's name, Brian, is it? Wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, lovely guy.
Yeah, they're the nicest people. It's a little Indonesian cafe. The great coffee as well. But their whole Indo sandwich menu is just to die for. But the beef rendang is probably the best sandwich that I've eaten, just because I go so often. Like I when I go somewhere consistently, then I'm like, right, this is really good. And there's only a couple of places that I do that with, but Warong I go like every 2 weeks. So that's my favourite one.
So Bangin Sangas. This is kind of like the main event of the Blazing 3.
Yeah.
So Bangin Sangas, Bangin Sang is the Luckin Coffee Rendang.
Yep.
Okay. Rendang.
All right.
The one. And it's such a good hangover cure as well.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I like that.
Oh, you can't. I mean, do they have any good veg options there? I was going to say maybe we should.
They've got a meat goreng one.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say maybe we should lunch date.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've got a tuna melt, which is amazing as well. That's really good. Yeah. And then best dinner. I really like. Have you been to Rossi Bar?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I love Rossi Bar.
On what's it called?
Greville Street.
Yeah, Greville.
I took my mum and dad there, and they absolutely went mad for it. But I go quite a lot. But the pasta and the pizzas are just so well done, and it's like a really nice atmosphere as well.
Have you been to Capitano?
I love Capitano.
Oh, dude, the deep dish pizza. Oh,
that's so good with
I'm a
the
sucker
cheese around the side. And
I'm a sucker for Detroit style pizza.
Yeah,
it's just the dough and the crust.
Mm.
That's a masterpiece, really.
I love it.
They've done an absolutely fantastic job.
Mm.
Rowan's sitting there looking all critical at me.
I'm not getting into, bad mouthing anything. Not my cup of tea.
All right.
What's
That's
your
fine.
cup of tea?
You.
Oh,
Hey, also, what's like what are your top? Let's go 5 pastry places in Melbourne right now.
okay. So number 1 for me is Bread Club.
North Melbourne.
North Melbourne, and there's one in Albert Park as well.
Not far from my house. I should check it out.
They're just so consistent. Every time I've gone, I've never had a bad one.
Mhm.
Whereas other places I've gone and it's been a bit of a dud. But again, like other people might experience it differently. Then I've got, have you heard of Hopeton Tea Rooms in the
Yes.
city? It's been going for decades, maybe in hundreds of years. I don't even know. But everything they do is just pristine, perfect. That's another one. South Melbourne Bakery. That's phenomenal. That's really good. I really like Cobb Lane as well, which is, there's one in South Melbourne somewhere, and there's a couple of other ones elsewhere. But probably my favourite at the moment is a place called Lumos. Heard of Lumos?
Yeah, I have.
I can't remember what their location is, but it's Bayside. Can't remember exactly where, but they are so talented in terms of like patisserie, and they produce things that I just haven't seen anywhere else, like the level of detail and the taste and flavours and stuff. That's the one, Lumos there. McKinnon. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so good. And it's a couple, and they're the nicest people you ever meet as well.
I've got a new idea for you.
Go for it.
Make different maps on Google and just charge people $10 to get access.
Can you
to
do
it.
that?
Yeah, just create a paywall where people pay and then they get sent a link
Oh, okay.
to the thing.
Yeah.
Where they get invited via their email so they can only access it.
Yeah.
So like if I go, if I pull up my Google Maps, I've got all these different ones at the bottom, like food, coffee, blah, blah, blah. So you could make individual ones like sandwiches, croissants.
That's cool.
Coffee, and then like sell access to it. Because I'm just sitting there going like, do you have this starred? Can I get this?
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like we were thinking about an app, and I was just like, is an app really the way to go? It's very expensive.
Too much, yeah.
We were thinking of doing like a landing page with like be sent things like that, but people want that hub of places to go, because the amount of DMs I get, where can I go? And I'll just scroll my page, and they're like, no, it takes too long.
Oh my God, the amount of time I'm like, you spend 5 seconds of your time rather than me spending 10 minutes responding to.
But then I put like in my highlights, like my best pastries, my top rated sandwiches in the highlights, and I'm just like, just check there, they're all updated, and they can't be asked. So
That banoffee one from Bread Club looked pretty good.
God, that banoffee one's amazing, really good.
Are you feeling a bit?
It was getting a little bit steamy. I got my leg slapped before, and I was feeling a little.
I got a bit jealous.
Mamma mia!
Not gonna lie, a bit flustered. Lot going on in the world today.
I think it's time for an extra hot take with 2 sugars.
The production quality is excellent, by the way.
You can come back, Bangers. I like this. All right. Well,
I mean, I kind of dropped mine earlier. I stole yours and I dropped mine when
I've got
I
a
did
second
the
one, though.
matcha tastes like dirt.
all right. Well, I'm going to deliver mine. It's not as hot as I usually deliver, but
It's more
more of a request.
it's the temperature in which Bangin Sangas likes his oat lattes or whatever. So
Just one.
just nice.
Bring back pancakes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I know they were never like cancelled, but like, can we like make pancakes the goat again?
Yeah.
Like the best pancake for me in Melbourne currently, operated diner on Little Lonsdale Street, I
Great
think
spot.
it is. Maple pecan butter on top. That's a fucking power play.
Yeah.
You know what I call pancakes?
What?
Trash discs.
Oh,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All they're good for
Trash discs.
is throwing them like a frisbee.
We need
what
to-
a waste of space in someone's stomach.
I've never wanted to like just get rid of you so quickly. Like, there
Does
needs
this
to be,
happen
like, a
every-
bit,
does
like,
that
can you
happen
turn
every
his mic
pod?
down for like just a second?
No, don't listen to him. You just muted me. Trash discs. You have like half a pancake. You're like, I feel full. I feel sick. I don't want any more. Then half an hour later, like, oh, I'm hungry. That was
Maybe for
awful.
an underdeveloped microbiome like yours, but
Oh
for
my God,
specimens
pancakes-
like Bangin and I,
Pancakes
I'll
are
keep my
literally
pa-
made
I'll
for
keep my
babies.
pancakes, thank you.
Pancakes are made for children that won't eat anything and complain. It's like, oh, here, eat this and shut up.
yeah, look, your cold and inner hole plus will do great. maybe a bit of sauerkraut here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Get it on a sandwich. Bang it, I'll take you.
There you go.
I remember seeing the operator diner come up. I think someone else on
Bro!
the pod. Yeah. I remember looking
I
at
can't handle how fucking good it is. And
good.
You go to Pancake Parlour much?
yeah, I reckon that is just savagely overpriced.
I don't go much, so I don't
It's
know. How much it is.
heinously overpriced, actually.
Really?
Yeah, like, look, I won't even go there.
This is a tough subject.
Hot take. Pancake parlor pancakes are too expensive.
No, it was like literally 2 pancakes and some strawberries, a little bit of ice cream, $26.
Oh, get fucked.
That's, I mean,
24/7.
That's expensive
but
for a trash dish.
knowing the ingredients that go in,
Yeah.
I don't know, a bit on the steep side.
Just a tad.
But yeah, I mean, the one knock I have against Operator Diner, they had this really good fried mushroom sandwich, would have like torn your Richter scale right off. But it was to die for, and it was cancelled. And I would like to make a special request that you bring that back, please. Thank you. Now, in the middle of all that, did you cook up a hot take that Rowan didn't steal from you?
I have a second one, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, down the barrel, just
Magics are overrated.
yeah.
Have I done it again?
No, you're good. Good girl.
No, I will agree. I've had arguments on this pod where I'm saying there is a place for them, but I will agree that they're overrated in the sense of it's the same as any other coffee drink.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't enjoy it, but it's not like
It doesn't taste any
better.
different to what I usually get.
well,
when
it's
I
just
get,
it's like stronger coffee flavor with less milk.
It's pretty much a piccolo. Like it's just 2 piccolos in 1 cup.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Agreed.
I mean, it's double ristretto rather than just like a regular shot.
Oh yeah, but no one does the ristretto.
Yeah, they do.
Nah.
Well, it's not like an actual ristretto, but they definitely pull it short and just do like the. Absolutely, they do. Call us in at 1-800 Bangin Sangers.
If you make your-
it's just coffee.
If you make your magics with ristretto, you're a loser.
What's ristretto?
It's just like a
restricted shot, so they use the
okay.
first. Rather, a normal shot, say, will be like 40 grams of espresso. They'll pull it at like 20 to 24 grams of espresso or whatever. So you're just getting the first part of the shot. So it's going to be more viscous. It's going to be more syrupy, and it should have a little bit like more sweetness, less bitterness. So then when mixed with milk, it's meant to be still super milky, but with a really bold coffee flavor is the idea behind the magic.
Yeah.
He's like,
like
no,
him.
he's like, I'm back into him. Mate, what a pod. That was incredible.
It was
Thank you
banging.
it was a banging pod. It was a, I don't know. I got nothing. I was trying to think of something that rhymes with pod. It was
banging pod. It was a banging pod.
It was a godly podly.
it was a Reuben sandwich with extra Russian and extra
Sauerkraut.
sauerkraut
Yeah.
and extra cheese and all that shit.
You literally said sauerkraut just like a minute ago. How did you forget it?
I call it
Core
sauerkraut.
processing unit was damaged.
That was fantastic. I hope we can get you back again at some point.
Yeah, I'd love
I'd
to come
also
back.
love to just hang out and, go get a sandwich or go get a drink or something.
We'll
Just
get you
hang
on
out.
the page. We'll get some
absolutely.
food.
Yeah.
Tell us, if anyone, I'm sure everyone here who listens is following, but if they don't, where can people find you?
Do I look down the barrel?
Yeah, down the barrel.
So you can find me on TikTok and Instagram. Bangin Sangas, which is BANGINSANGAS.
That makes sense. Make sure to throw him a follow. Except don't, if you do it, don't DM him. Leave him alone. I mean, DM something nice, but
Well, it
don't
depends
ask,
what you-
don't ask, be like, where are your favorite reviews? It's like, it's in the highlights. If you just want to say something nice, I mean, I feel like I've given quite a few compliments. Maybe I'll slide in your DMs later.
Yeah. Feel free. They're always open.
Continue the trend going.
Just say in response, make a wrong coffee. Done. Thank
Done.
you.
Yeah. Try out, we don't need to give Nandos a plug, but go. I'm going to try the pineapple
Yeah.
Nandos thing. I want to give
Please.
it a go.
Yeah, I'll give
you
it-
want to see sales for? You want them to be like, this was the most successful sandwich launch we've ever done.
Well, the first week was.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
The power of the bang-a-sang-a-dang-a-ling-dong.
So
the sang
they sent me
bang.
the statistics and I was blown away by it. So it's
Tell me, if a bunch of sandwiches want to engage in menage a trois, so to speak, would that be called a sang bang? Because you've also got the sang gang.
yeah.
If there's a menage a trois proposal,
the sang bang.
issued-
And then we
It's a sang bang,
You'll
isn't
find it on Only Sangs as well.
this guy's a good sport. Can I make please one request?
Yeah.
This is like my birthday and Christmas present combined.
Okay.
If you do a review with 2 other friends and you get 3 separate sandwiches, could you please hold them together and call it the menage a trois of the sandwich world?
Done.
The sang bang.
Just for you.
I'll be looking out for it. I'll be
There's
looking out
no
for it.
world where he does that.
Maybe we do it together.
The next pod, we need to go out and do a sang bang.
Let's do it.
Menage a trois.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I didn't feel good saying that. All right, if you want to write into the pod, please hit us up at hello@itsjustcoffeepod.com. You can find us on all of the socials at It's Just Coffee Pod. Yeah, and we've we've got to do this. Sorry. It's not over yet, people. There's one more thing. Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, we pranked Dan Dick.
Oh, yes.
He's responded. He's wanted to write back. Producer Liam's looking concerned. Are we still rolling?
Oh, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
So the sun is just making you look like an angel.
Oh, I always look like
Just
an
send
angel.
you
It's
from
fine.
the heavens.
That's clearly something's wrong.
Dan Dick,
You want that now? Yeah,
he had a response. So we called him up and he charges extra for oat milk. And we called him up and we were like, they're running a news show on you. And because we don't charge extra oat milk, they want to do a slam piece on you. And I'm sorry, Dan, but I threw you under the bus. And he was so polite. He was like, all right. And he goes, I've got to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed in you, mate. Thought you'd have my back.
No, he was cut. He was cut.
But he was cut but professional. And so, Dan, I haven't heard this yet. This is fresh sent in.
We'll just do it on the coffee break.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
On the coffee break.
is it-
That's some sizzle.
is it a
That's some
response?
sizzle. No, that's great sizzle to listen to the coffee break.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Listen to the next episode of Coffee Break. We do a coffee break, 15-minute ep where we just discuss our pod, how it went, and we'll play it in that. Thank you for coming by. I'm Rohan Cook.
And I'm Kirk Pearson.
And it's just coffee. And we're banging sangs.
Bang, bang.
Hey!
Good job.
Oh,
That was great.
that was beautiful.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Lowe's knows member-only doorbuster deals make SpringFest savings even better. Right now, rewards members can get 3 19.3-ounce Bonnie Plants vegetables and herbs for just $10. Plus, save $50 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner grill, now $149. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/7, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location, subject to change. While supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms.